Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to share with you 10 of my easy grabs for summer. These are the fragrances that I've already started reaching for to wear a lot. You could consider it my utilitarian summer rotation. And I wanted to share with you guys the fragrances and why. So let's get into the video. First things first, hi, my name is Kristin. I run this channel called Beauty Meow. It's mostly fragrance related reviews, discussions, and recommendations. So if you like that type of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And also don't forget to click that little bell so you can be notified when I have new videos. I always greatly appreciate the support. Now, I want to do a quick little TLDR about this specific video. I do have some amazing summer lists, white florals, recommendations from all price points. I will link those videos below if you want to check them out. Also, if I have any reviews of these fragrances, I will also link them below. But this video is specifically utilitarian fragrances. So if you guys, if this is your first time tuning in, I live in Florida. I used to live in South Florida, very tropical, hot, humid climate. Now I moved to northern central Florida, and it's still very hot and humid. So the fragrances that these fragrances, the purpose of these scents is for when I'm out and about and I want to smell good and fresh and I kind of want to beat the heat. So these are more utilitarian scents. Now some of these fragrances go beyond utilitarian fragrances. I think that they're amazing scents, very artistic. Some of them are like near masterpieces, and I'll let you know which one of that particular fragrance is. But these are supposed to be that you don't know what you're doing throughout the day. You want to smell nice and fresh throughout the day in the summer. What fragrances am I going to reach for and grab for? And these are the ones that I have been. Now, there is one fragrance in here that isn't my particular favorite, but I wear fragrances either for like to be expressive or to kind of smell a way I like to smell, which is a little bit more challenging, a little bit more avant-garde, a little bit more on the olfactive art side. And then there's utilitarian fragrances. And then there's also the fragrances in the middle that are beautiful, that are nice, that smell really great, that are nostalgic. But one of these fragrances is specifically utilitarian. And although I do like the scent for summer and I do enjoy the fragrance, I find that the fragrance in and of itself is something that I was really let down by just in regards to its release. So when I review fragrances and when I talk about fragrances, I always like to let you guys know like my personal bias with specific things in regarding to flankers and new releases and marketing. And just because a fragrance might be a lazy marketing, might be something that doesn't fit as a flanker, doesn't mean that it isn't a scent that smells good that will work for me in specific situations, like just wanting to smell nice when I'm going to the grocery store. So now that I've kind of talked way too long about that, let's get into the list. If this is not your first time tuning in, I'm just going to quickly, and I mean quickly, grab you and show these. These are usually a part of just about any summer list, but since this is my specific personal grabs, just if this is your first time tuning in, or if you've been with me from the beginning, or if you've been with me for a few months or for years, you will not be surprised by these two. We have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the classic, and Paris Hilton South Beach. Now, these are great. These have always been a part of summer lists. They're fantastic. You can find this one at a Steel and Gray Market. You can find this one for just a few bucks. These work so well, and they have fantastic longevity, amazing performance, and just are bangers when it comes down to not just smelling good, but being great utilitarian scents to wear throughout the day. I can spray this little girl from Paris Hilton on my body, and I know that I'm going to smell good throughout the entire day, even in swampy heat. So these are just, I'm quickly just getting these done out of the way. I don't like to regurgitate or recycle the same fragrances, but if there's fragrances that I think just are perfect for the type of list or video or discussion, I like to include them so that you guys know that these are things that I wear and utilize, and those two are fantastic. Now, the one that I love, I wear a lot of, and I consider to be a near masterpiece, has to be from Serge Lutens, and it's Fleurs d'Oranger. This is a beautiful and stunning orange blossom fragrance. It's creamy, it's delicious, it's got a little bit of an aromatic spice to it, and it's just such a beautiful scent to wear in heat. Now, this fragrance, I like to tell people, if you look at the color of the juice, that is what it smells like. It's such a beautiful, perfect scent, and there's something about white flowers in summer that I just adore. I adore so much. And when it comes down to reaching for a fragrance that I like to wear in the summer, if I'm just kind of running out the door and I need to grab something to wear really quickly, this is one that I will usually reach for more than the other white florals in my collection. It doesn't mean that I don't like the other white florals, but for me, just the way that this smells, the way this performs, this is an all-day fragrance. And it just smells so nice. It's just the easiest grab for me in regards to wearing like an orange blossom scent that just smells fantastic. It's a softer, more creamy orange blossom. I think that works really well in heat and humidity. And again, it lasts forever on my skin. So if I'm going to be running errands or doing things for a few hours, if I'm going to be out of the house for like 6 to 8 hours, I know that when I get home, I'm still going to smell like this. So that's another reason why I really like it. This is one of the more challenging fragrances on this list. I find that this house, a lot of people really love. There's a lot of fragrances that people just gravitate towards and cult-like just obsess over. This particular one is more of a polarizing scent from the house. And I think a lot of people don't like the sharpness that this particular fragrance has, but I find that this fragrance works so well, and it's something that I wear all the time, and it's Beach Hut Woman from Amouage. Now this is like an ambroxan balm. It can be very sharp, it's very salty, it's very woody, but there's something about this that just is so perfect for hot, swampy weather. And if it's one of the days where I want to smell like a little bit more challenging, but still have a fragrance that works really well in the climate that I live in, this is fantastic. Now the fragrance I was mentioning earlier, the flanker, and if you've been following my channel for a little bit, you probably know which one I'm talking about, that I feel is a good fragrance, but I feel like it was marketed incorrectly and it was a lazy flanker in regards to, it has nothing to do with the original, is Dylan Turquoise from Versace. Now, I think this is a nice fragrance. It's really great. It performs all right. It smells really good. I love the guava in there. I just don't like that this has absolutely nothing to do composition-wise with Dylan Blue other than the bottle. I feel like this would have been much better as a new bright crystal fragrance, or like part of those fragrances, or a flanker to one of the fragrances in that family, rather than a flanker to Dylan Blue. I just don't think that they connect at all other than the shape of the bottle. But even though I'm wildly disappointed in this fragrance in regards to marketing and things like that, and the fact that it doesn't really smell at all connected to Dylan Blue at all, like not even a little bit, I do think that for a summer fragrance where you want to smell really good, I think this is a great scent, and that's why I bought it. I just think that it will work very well in my environment and I will smell good, and that's why I got it. So aside from being a flanker to Dylan Blue, as a separate standalone scent, if you're looking for a nice, fresh, semi-fruity, perfectly performing fragrance for heat and humidity, this one ain't bad, and that's why I've been reaching for it and wearing it. I really love orange blossom, neroli, white florals for summer. These two are great. I'm going to just kind of share them together so this video isn't crazy long. And we have from Talia Sode Liquid Sun. This was also a part of a previous list. I think this just smells so good and performs so well, and I love just the sparkle that this has on your skin. And it's not a crazy expensive fragrance, and the presentation is really cool. I really like the presentation of this bottle. So this is definitely one, if you're looking for a more affordable fragrance to wear during the summer, that is a great one. And I've also been loving, and I mean loving, Neroli Musk from Precious Liquids. This is like more of a skin scent in regards to how it smells, but it's got that beautiful neroli that is just one of my favorite florals to wear in general, and in Florida in the heat and humidity, it just does such a good job at just being refreshing and beautiful and complimentary. And I just like the muskiness of this. It's really beautiful. It's very light, a little bit more on the effervescent side, but again, it just smells so good and performs so well in just regards to smelling great in this humid climates. Next one is more of a gourmand-like fragrance, and it's got creamy coconut, which is something I really enjoy just in general. There's a variety of different ways I like to smell, and there's something about coconut that if it's a good coconut, I love smelling coconut. And this is from La Vanilla, and it's the vanilla coconut. This is such a nice scent. First off, it's very accessible, full price. I think you're spending under $50 for this bottle, which could be pricey for a lot of people, but it's not like $100, $80, $200. And it has a beautiful vanilla and a creamy coconut that just smells slightly salty on the skin, a little bit creamy. And so on days where I want to smell a little bit more gourmand oriented, but still want something that works in hot soup weather, this has been a great one. I do really enjoy. And these last two fragrances are newer fragrances to my collection, but I've already been wearing them more than most. Now, there is one fragrance that you're like, but you've been talking about wearing this all the time, and it's kind of like an honorable mention. It's from Nichonnet. It's Aiguë. I can never say it properly. That's not so much a dumb grab. That's a very deliberate fragrance that I choose to wear and I like to layer. When I think of dumb grabs, easy grabs, it's fragrances where I'm not even thinking, I'm like, I want to smell fresh, I want to smell creamy, I want to smell fruity, I want to smell floral, and I just kind of like, almost like muscle memory grab these fragrances. So these are newer to my collection and they are fan-freaking-tastic. And the first one is Overt from Gallagher Fragrances, or this is, number 9. Now, Gallagher did send me a bottle, and he sent me a 30 ml bottle. And I love that fragrance. And if you notice, this is not a 30 ml bottle. My mom loved that fragrance too. So we actually swapped because I knew this was a fragrance I was going to be wearing a lot of. And I figured I need a big bottle of it. So I swapped my mom for another bottle of perfume. And here we go. I have a big one because I knew I was going to be going through it. This mandarin and lemon is so good. And the addition of cardamom, I think, is so smart. It's slightly salty, but it's very green and fresh and a crisp citrus. And that type of scent just works so well in humidity. And it's just really a gorgeous wearable fragrance. So one I've been enjoying. And one that's a little bit more different, more aromatic, but still really beautiful is Sushi Imperial from Boys 1920. This is kind of like when I want to smell a little bit more than just citrus, more than just cream. I want something that smells like a little bit more put together composition, but still something really easy to wear in the environment that I live in. And this one has just been one I've been reaching for a lot. I really love it. It's one of my new favorite fragrances. It's just fantastic. Anyway, guys, those are my easy grab summer fragrance rotations. These are, again, the ones that I don't even really think about. It's just if I'm going to go out and go to the grocery store, I wear. I've been going to a lot of doctor's offices, and some of these, not all of these, are great scents to wear. I think if I'm going to a doctor office and I am wearing a fragrance, even though I try not to, but I will usually probably wear Neroli Musk. This one is a beautiful fragrance, but it's not as crazy strong as some of the others and works really well and makes me smell fresh and nice. So those are my summer easy grab fragrances. These are the ones that I specifically wear. I would recommend them because I do really like them, but they work really well in my very oppressive, humid environment that I live in. So they also perform, most of them perform exceptionally well, just regards to performance, projection, and they just smell nice and they work really nicely as well. They don't smell muddy in heat and humidity. They kind of shine a little bit brighter during the hotter months. So I would love to know what you guys find yourself grabbing for and wearing a lot of this summer. Let me know in the comment section below. Again, if I have any other summer recommendation videos or reviews on any of these scents, I'll link them below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!